So up the ladder again, and you're painting, filling.
I've got a spare half an hour, so where I've filled around the edges of the mouldings, the trims, it's obviously white. So I need to get it back to the colour of the wood. So I've bought a small pot of varnish and going over the white filler so it blends in, but I think it's going to need 2 coats typically. But at least it can dry while we're out.
And you're prepping this, I'm guessing, before you wallpaper, or have you got lots to do first before you can wallpaper?
This will be ready after I've done this because I've already prepared it. But I'm only going to put the lining paper up now. I'm not going to do the proper wallpaper until the ceiling's done. Because you work your way down.
Start from the top. Well done. Okay. In that case, with your piddly little brush, I'm going to leave you to it. Well, Carol's slowly prepping. Started sanding in the corner, working her way around. You can see she's done the cracks in the ceiling. Quite a few, but... oh, there you are.
Hi.
Hi.
No, so before you say anything, yes, I am using this silly little sandpaper because the sand is not going to get in all these cracks and mouldings. Now, the paint's not coming off as easy as I thought, so it is just going to be a case of sanding what I can and then painting over it.
But of course, you've got to be so careful because these mouldings, these bits here, which I'm just looking at now. Yeah, exactly. They're not exactly bonded that heavily, are they?
You touch them, they come off.
Exactly. So I don't think it's the case you can just get an industrial sander in there and really go for it.
Well, I'm not sanding those bits.
No. What I'm trying to say to the viewers is that it is a very careful operation. A bit like you're excavating, but for ancient monument bits. But yeah, you have to do it very slowly, carefully. Well done. So the plan is, I guess, just to carry on all the way around the top?
Well, I would have done, but I asked you to take the conduit off and you've come across wires that possibly go across to the ceiling light.
Well, they do. So where I've stopped, which is just above there, they are the power which comes across to the lighting. So I just need to isolate them and then I can remove that. Because the wiring that's in there needs to be replaced with new up-to-date wiring.
Do you like my spider web ceiling?
Which comes all the way around. Your spider? Yes. That's almost as scary as the angels up there.
So I thought there's no angels, they're devils. I thought I would fill it first and sand it back and paint it and see how it looks. Before I even attempt to line it, I might not need to.
Yes, you said you were going to line the... Yeah, cool. You're a sucker for punishment, actually, on that one. So, yes, that's a big task.
It's not a nice job, but it means as soon as this is done, I can get painting and get my wallpaper up.
Yay! Right, I'm going to go up into the towers, unfortunately. When we had that storm damage, I have seen evidence of some tiles missing. So I'm going to go up into the tower. It's pitch black in there and it's more obvious then which ones have come away. So just popped in to see how Carol's getting on. I've had enough of the floor in the toilet for the moment. And have you? Well, you're doing a good job. I thought you were going to panic over doing this height and covering it all.
I'm having a bit of a day. So I started off doing the coding, as you know.
Yes.
And realised I've made a huge mistake.
So let me pan round. So I know you painted, that's right, in this corner here, you decided to, paint the coving upwards to match in with the ceiling, yes?
Yes, but having stepped back and sat down and looked at it, I realised that that's a huge mistake and I need to put it back to being brown, the same as the panelling.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter.
Pretty much a nightmare.
I'm glad you spotted it now.
I've still got to go ahead and sand off the flaky paint anyway and give it an undercoat, and then I just have to find some paint that matches the panelling, which might be a bit of an issue. So I've abandoned that, and I thought I'd sand the ceiling, which I've done, which is why I look like this.
Back in your Ghostbusters outfit.
And because I thought I was a bit behind, I thought I would give it an undercoat as well, which is what I'm doing now.
Okay, so I'm guessing that will you finish this tonight?
Let's see how my arm feels.
Right.
Some of the filler around the edges still isn't dry, so I'll have to go back and sand that at a later date.
Wow, you're flying through this very now. Good.
That's because I want to get my wallpaper up.
Ah, there's a mission.
But you should never take shortcuts, so it's still got to be done properly.
Yeah, absolutely. The good news is we can have a day off tomorrow.
We are going shopping in the Bracontes up near San Michel. No. San Malo.
Correct.
To look for a chandelier for this room. Trouble is, I know what I want. I can't afford the one I've seen, so it's going to be a bit of an issue pleasing me.
We're going to see a few because there's a really good one up at, is it Chateau'S? So up past Granville. We've been there a few times, haven't we? And we've actually have bought chandeliers, etc. from there. It's one of these Bracontes that if you get there too early, it's expensive. They drop the price as the days or weeks, isn't it, I think, go on. So when they first release something, as an example, it might be 200 euros. If you can wait 2 weeks, it might get to 150 euros, but then of course you risk losing it. So let's see what we get from up there. It's supposed to be turning the weather tomorrow. It's supposed to have sunshine, so it will be nice to have a little bit of a break before we go back to the rest of this room.
So we're here at my favourite Braconte, La Clé de Tons, hoping to find a chandelier for the dining room. I'm very picky, so it's a bit hit and miss, but we'll go in and see what we can find. So I've come into the Braconte and I'm so disappointed. Usually this wall here is full of chandeliers and there's hardly anything at all. The last Braconte was so disappointing, we had to find another one. So we stumbled across this one, decide what it's like, what will be here. We'll have a quick look around outside first.
Well, if you like milk churns, there's plenty of those, which do go for silly money in England. I've seen them like £75 in England. You can buy them over here 20 euros. So perhaps I'll just bring a whole load of these back. Anyhow, we'll have a look around and then go inside. Well, this is a lot better than where we've just been. Bit of a hidden gem hidden away, actually. How are we doing, Carol? Certainly if you want a wardrobe and armoire, there's plenty of those here. But it's really nice when you find these small places. They're not very popular, which is good. Hopefully it'll reflect that in the price, but we'll have a look round and see what we can see. Well, it's not really a Braconte, but I'm going to call it a junk shop. Oh look, I've just found something that will help me break through the walls when I'm doing the plumbing. Quickest way, I guess, put a grenade in there. But I'm here. What have you found on video in?
Ignore the lady. What do you think of the frame for that photo we've got?
Yeah, if the lady comes out, that's quite a nice frame, yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll have a quick look around, see if they've got any chandeliers. Some interesting finds in here though. The good thing is it's not a popular place, so hopefully the prices will be good. Keep looking. So we just stumbled across this one en route just past the motorway. A collection, but at the moment can't see what we're looking for.
So they didn't actually film any more at the Bracons. I think that's because they didn't find a chandelier that they wanted, so I think my mum just got a bit sad about it. There is a chandelier that they want, it is just super expensive. So if they buy it or not, I'm not really sure, but we'll let you know as always.
Adrian's working hard again in the toilet. Do you remember Slumdog Millionaire when the little boy fell through the toilet into the Pope? Did you fall through? Not amused, are you?
This present moment in time, I think I'd rather be in this than watch my language. Yes, no, it's all good, it's all good. It's just having to drop Joyce in is sometimes not the easiest of challenges. But yeah, I do not want to take for the moment up all this parquet flooring in the hallway, because once I start, that's it. So these simple ones here, I've already placed one underneath where you're standing.
Oh, great.
As solid as anything, that's not going nowhere.
It'll have to be to take my way.
And then I've got to drop this one in to level off with the this joist. And then we can put the floor down.
You mean the floorboards?
Floorboards, yeah. Clean up the sides, see if we can lose some of the soil part we'll lose, so we'll bring the walls in slightly just to get rid of all this.
No, you won't, because we're putting a sink there. We've had this discussion.
Yes, but that needs to be covered. Yes, okay, we have had this discussion, and I'm sorry I forgot. So I've just basically got to shave this back a little bit so it fits on the original holes.
And Adrian has this idea of where you see this fake tiled effect behind the cistern. He has this idea of putting a pretty picture there.
No, that's gone now.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, I've changed my mind on that. Yeah.
Now what?
Because I don't have time to print one, to put one and laminate one. So I was thinking of...
You're getting the paintbrush out, cool.
No, I was going to hang some monkeys off there, make it a jungle theme, and then my little boy will love it. So this is going to become a monkey toilet.
I think you better go back in the cupboard. Bye.
So we seem to have got sidetracked trying to sort out the dining room and sorting out the lights, etc. But last now I've got back to this. So I've replaced the joists, put the insulation in underneath, OSB boarded it, and just because it is just a downstairs toilet, I've just put this like click system which has that sort of wooden effect, which will suffice. We had them, in fact, a good friend of ours gave them to us, left over from a job. So why not? No point going out and buying stuff. Had to prep the wall. I basically just put a shelf in there, Perspex panel, insulated that. But I've got to sort out the back. I'm still umming and ahhing what to do there at the moment. Did I tie with the idea of putting a picture actually into there? Still, yes, thinking about that one. I've got to go back to England, so I might actually print one up, bring it back, and drop that behind the system itself, and then I can get the toilet back in here. And then the other job would be to box the soil pipe in, but I've got a little bit of work to do above on that, so there's no rush for the moment. And then put a false ceiling in there with a light. But at least our tick list is getting smaller.